Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, 303-666-9020. Now I have to keep going. We're running out of light. It's getting cold. Partsbreakers.com, listing a 1976 to 1980, I want to say. This is 79. And there is a difference between the earlier and later. You can call me and I can tell you about that. You can use them. They're similar enough. You know, obviously the shape is identical. It's just there are some subtle things, roll bar specifically, a few other things. So anyway, early tub, if you're needing an early tub, it is a lower grade tub. There are definitely a few things on it, but the body itself is pretty straight. It's got a little bit of filler in the lower rockers, and I'll lift it up and show you there. It had guards on, or some sort of trim on it there. Paint's chipped there, no big deal. Upper cowl area is actually pretty clean. It's got a little bit of surface starting here. Nothing all the way through, no weak spots, no cracking, nothing like that. So the cowl's pretty clean. Firewall's pretty clean. They modified for the heater box there and a couple other goofy, maybe here as well. There's definitely some other holes there. They had AC on this Jeep, and that's why I think they put some weird stuff in it. But it's a pretty clean firewall. So yeah, those will come off. We sell those separately, and that piece there, that was converted. The early Jeeps didn't have that style door pin, so but that's what you use when you want to go to the other style. I don't really care about that, but I can throw that in. But you can see where it ties in down the bottom. That's one of those early CJ differences. Floor in the back is pretty clean. It's got a little surface, little head carpet in it. They glued down, so we got it out pretty good. Top of the wheel well area. This is where the roll bar mounts, if you have a roll bar. I don't think this one, we never got it with the roll bar, so but that didn't mean didn't have one at one time. This has been patched. You can kind of see the area they went in. This whole, looks like the extent of it is there, and yeah, up through there. So somebody went in and patched this, and they probably patched it with crown panels or something, because they're actually decent looking panels in it. And those ones over there, that one's been patched. They did a pretty good job patching the thing. They had good intentions and got pretty far. We bought this mid-project, so lower rocker guard, same thing as the other side. Right or left rear corner, they had some diamond plating in the rear. That's why you see screw holes back here. I was very surprised these corners weren't completely trash. They're actually really nice corners. These usually are gone. The nut welded, there's a plate that goes behind for the tailgate. Those are gone out of that side. They're still in that one. Not a big deal. Those aren't boxed in, real easy to get to. Fuel tank, and then you see they had the flat flush LED lights that they had cut out. So you know, to each his own. Yeah, and then that's got a rollover valve in it as well, so that'll come out. Anyway, it's hard to say for me on this one. I'd probably say a C+, maybe a B-. I'm pretty hard on my tubs for grading wise, if you haven't been doing this for 18 years. So I always tell people that I'm lifting it up right now, but I always tell people that I'm showing you this tub as if you were standing here next to me, having a conversation with me. So I'm not going to hide anything, because you're going to eventually get the tub anyway. I've been doing this long enough. I have a good enough reputation that we have good trust, customer rapport, and yada, yada, yada. So this one was gone. This is normally a floating nut that sits in here. So they cut it out, okay? We didn't mess with that. It's just actually the way it came in. Their intention, I'm sure, was to fix it and go from there on that guy. This guy is actually still in good shape. That one also floats. Let's take a look at, now, there's your lower rocker guards. So you got a little bit of rust going on in here. This is a plate. It's kind of a skirt plate that comes down here. And actually there's where your tailgate goes there. And that might have been somebody going in to get those out and then mess it up in the process. Is that a worm? I don't know what that is, weird. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of weak. You can see it through here. The bottom of this tub is actually solid. There's no rust in any of this. And surprisingly, well, this has been goofed up pretty good. Gooped up is what I should say. It doesn't have any rust in the bottom. I can barely see the seam, but it's pretty clean through here. So somebody kind of did their due diligence on trying to protect this from rust, at least in the rear of this guy. And let's see what else I see. This guy, nice clean threads there. This wheel well, good, nice actually, nice and clean there. So that one's toast. So the rear frame torque pockets need to be completely done. Now, we've sold these in the past where we've actually sold an additional chunk of this out of another one, and I might have that. I'd almost caution not to do that in this case because it's so nice on the outside. The lower rocker is actually in pretty good shape versus just fixing this with some square tubing possibly. Although body shops are gonna know a lot more than I am on that stuff. So, and then you got your main torque pockets that go down the side here. So broken bolt there. Again, this one, these float, they're supposed to. This guy, again, broken. Now, nice thing about these early tubs, you can get in here. That's not something, normally they're, you know, like that one is easy to fix, that one's easy to fix. This one's easy to fix. You can get up in here, see, I can pull this out. So nothing's boxed in, which is really nice on these early tubs. That guy, same thing. So pretty much every stud, actually all of them, maybe not that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, don't have to mess with, and the rest of them you do. Whatever they lathered this thing up with, they just, and they didn't do a very clean job. They've got this stuff everywhere. It comes off pretty easily, it flakes off. I probably, it's hard to say what somebody's doing with it. If this is a full restoration tub, it's probably not the tub for you. But if you got a CJ that you've got a floor gone or sides gone or accident, this is still a viable tub for the price. I mean, we sell these tubs normally for grade A for top dollar. So you're gonna save a significant amount of money on a tub that's in this quality like this one is. So, and floor, like I said, I mean, in all honesty, they're not, this floor is definitely not as bad as I've seen on CJs. This is definitely a workable tub, and it should serve somebody really well. I don't know if I'll have room on this trip for it. I doubt it, but I will be continuing to crate these and ship them out. But you can always call me and see if we can make some room. So I'm leaving for the East Coast 7 days. 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. I'll get some more photos of it and get it up on the site. And good luck, and thank you for hanging out with me today.